Eoin, thanks so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
Absolutely no problem, Shane. Welcome to Dublin Airport and welcome to the fabulous Martello Lounge here in Dublin Airport.
Brilliant, yeah, I was going to say, it's a really stunning lounge and has it recently undergone a refurbish?
Absolutely, yeah. We've undertaken. We're in the middle of a refurb of all of our lounges in the airport, and we've undertaken an upgrade to two of them at the moment. So the first one is the Martello here, which is a really great offering. It used to be called the East Lounge, and the other is the Liffey Lounge, which used to be the T2 Lounge. And over the winter time, we're going to be upgrading our T1 Lounge, and we're going to be doubling the size of it. And we're also going to be upgrading our 51st and Green Lounge, which is available to our customers that are going to the USA.
And I suppose we're kind of coming out of the summer season now, and I have to say, I kind of travel through the airport quite a bit, as people might know. But I mean, the times at security have been great.
Absolutely. We have had a really good summer, and it's a testament to the Dublin Airport team, the operations team. They've been really fantastic. We have had the busiest summer ever. By the end of this summer, we'll have probably about 24 million passengers gone through the airport. And that's about maybe 2,600 flights a week, 190 destinations. So a really busy time of the year. We've had our busiest day a few weeks ago. 130,000 people went through the airport in one day. We always like to say, if you put it in context of that's Croke Park and the Aviva together, you know. There's been a lot of growth. We've had a huge amount of growth from our existing airlines and some new routes as well. So we've had Nashville and Indianapolis from Aer Lingus. We've had Detroit from Delta. We've had St. John's from WestJet. And we've had Stuttgart and Rabat on the short haul side of things as well. So ultimately, we're really having a great year so far, heading towards a record year actually. And I think what we'll see is that, or what we've seen is, out of that 190 routes, we've 28 routes to North America, 6 to Canada, 22 to USA. And when you think of that in perspective of Ireland as a small country on the periphery of Europe, we've 22 routes to the USA, which puts us fourth for routes to, or for destinations from Europe to USA. And our 6 Canadian routes puts us only second behind Canada as well. So it's been a great success so far this summer.
Having the pre-clearance at Dublin Airport must be such a godsend.
Oh, absolutely. It's a huge selling point here. It just makes the whole process, from flying to the US so much smoother. We're the only capital city in Europe to have this, and it just means that you can clear immigration here. You get in your flight, you take a nap, you get up, you can pick up your bags, and you can walk away as a domestic passenger in the USA. It's a real game changer, and I think it's something that everybody should use.
Kind of moving on to winter, I suppose the winter schedule is about to kind of come out now, and is there anything that we should be excited about? Or?
Yeah, look, we're really looking forward to a busy winter now. We'll probably have about 150 routes, more than 150 routes, which is a growth of in and around 10%. Still kind of trying to get the around the edges stuff out now and see what people are going to do. But we have some really strong routes continuing from summer into winter for the first time. For example, Dallas with American Airlines. We're seeing Minneapolis and Atlanta with Delta. We're also seeing Newark and Chicago are increasing from United, and of course Aer Lingus are continuing their Nashville and Indianapolis. And they've another couple of new routes as well, Aer Lingus, going from the cold Tromsø in Norway to the wonderful winter sun Cancun route, which starts in January. So we're really looking forward to that. Hopefully it'll be a real success for them. Other highlights for this winter as well is last winter we had 35 flights a week from the Middle East, 3 from Qatar, Emirates and Etihad, and this year that's going to grow to 48 flights. So we're going to have triple daily Emirates flight, we're going to have 17 a week Qatar, and we're going to have 10 a week from Etihad. So really exciting stuff. We're looking forward to this winter, and hopefully it'll be a success operationally as well.
From frequently travelling through Dublin Airport, I'm always surprised that nearly every time I go through there's a new kind of food and beverage option.
Absolutely, we've been upgrading our offering consistently over the last number of years, and this year we've opened up 15 new F&B outlets, including we have a sit-down Italian restaurant called San Marco. Pret has opened as well, which many people will be familiar with. We've another couple of box burgers opened up, and Kim Box as well, which is a really tasty Korean restaurant. And we also have the Arthur Guinness bar, which you can have a nice creamy pint of Guinness or Guinness zero just before you leave this beautiful island. So it's our offerings this year have been second to none, and our passengers have been really impressed with them.
Yeah, no, I'm quite partial to the new Supermax you have there.
That's true, yeah, me too, unfortunately.
Looking into the future, you know, what do you and your team have in the pipelines for, say, the next 3 to 5 years?
You know, once we get the cap lifted and once we start developing this airport and delivering infrastructure, we're going to see a lot of opportunity. We're already seeing a lot of demand opportunity, and I think over the next number of years, hopefully we'll start to see that to be delivered. For example, USA this year will probably have about 4 million passengers to USA, 600,000 to Canada. Like, we have really delivered on our geographic location here, the business links we have, and the Irish diaspora have really played a strong part of delivering those inbound tourists into Ireland. So there's still a good bit of unserved hubs there. There's still some large cities unserved. So, you know, hopefully over the next few years we'll see some more USA and Canadian routes delivered. We've also seen, we can't talk about transatlantic without talking about South America. Brazil is a huge demand from Ireland at the moment. We're actually the #1 unserved European destination from Brazil. There's about 150,000 people that travelled there last year, travelled to and from our countries last year. And, you know, a lot of it's driven by the growing Brazilian population in Ireland as well. So it's great to see. Other significant growth we've seen recently is into Asia and Australasia. I think it's grown by about 18% last year. So to nearly 2 million people have flown between Ireland and them. And to give you a bit of context, some examples of some of the growth we've seen. So, for example, India in 2019 had 150,000 passengers. Now, this year we're expecting 350,000 passengers between Ireland and India. Australia, 275,000 passengers this year. Now, we obviously know that there's going to be no route between Ireland and Australia, but it serves as a key part for those hub airlines that are operating. So really strong growth there. China this year will also be back to 200,000 passengers, which is fantastic to see. And we've also seen Thailand, South Africa will have over 100,000 passengers, and strong double-digit growth to places like United Arab Emirates, to Vietnam, to Nigeria, Japan, Singapore and Hong Kong as well. So we see a lot of opportunities over the next number of years as the kind of diversification of the population happens, and also those business links grow between Ireland and Asia as well.
So are there any kind of new additions to, say, some of your Dublin Airport's products and services?
Yeah, look, we've had a lot of additions over the last kind of 12, 24 months. One of the game changers, I think, in the airport is drop and go parking. I don't know, you obviously used it, and I would recommend anybody to use it when they're traveling through the airport. It's a fantastic product. We've also launched our airport club, which bundles a lot of our products together for our frequent flyers. We've just relaunched our Platinum VIP terminal. We've doubled the size of it, so we're really excited about the potential for that. We've also got a project in place to open our fast track in Terminal 1 up to the mezzanine level, which is going to be a great product. That should be open later on this year. And we've also relaunched our app, which is incredible. It's definitely, you need to download it when you're coming to the airport. It has all your flight information. It's where you can book all of our products, and it also has some offers as well there for people.
And your own, on a final note, is there anything out there for the trades that you might kind of suggest, or any tips for navigating the airport?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we would advise to let the passenger know to download the app, as well as, you know, advising them to register for their flights, so that will give them all the information on the app. If they can check online, that would be very helpful, and, you know, probably quicker for them as well. And to advise them to make sure to check the baggage requirements for the airline as well. Also, if there's any passengers with reduced mobility or additional needs, you know, to please let the airport know.
Cool. Well, Eoin, thanks so much for taking the time out to chat to us today.
No problem. Thanks for coming, Shane.